Have a great day, everyone. I am Daniel Kirk, Bulatao, BS-CRIM 3, Block 4. Today I will going to examine the handwriting of my cousin by the use of method of question document examination through handwriting identification. Now we'll proceed to examine this handwriting. This type of handwriting is cursive writing. The size of this handwritten is increasing writing from the starting point up to the end. The alignment of the handwriting and the angle is slightly straight line. The spacing between the letters is slightly wide and the other letters are more spacing. The position of the letter from the baseline is straight up to the starting point up to the end. And now let's proceed to examine the written name letter by letter. First is letter D. The initial stroke of the letter D is start from the top down to the baseline and up to the top to create a small loop, and also has loop to the baseline. And also has a pen pressure up here. Next is the letter A. The connecting stroke of the letter D from the letter A is widely. This letter A has a oval or a circle inside. Next is letter N. The connecting stroke of the letter A up to N is slightly wide. This letter N has a rounded or hump-like stroke. Next is letter I. The connecting stroke of the letter N to I is slightly wide. This letter I has a dot or directly above the stem, or what we call diacritic. The next is E. The connecting stroke of the letter I to up to E is widely based on the writing stroke. This letter E touches the lower line part of the letters, just like the letter N. Next is letter L. The connecting stroke of the letter E up to L is slightly wide. This letter L has a small loop on the top, and it has a hook on the ending stroke. Next letter is K. The initial stroke of the letter K is start on the top down to the lower line. This letter has a retrace, or the writing stroke is stop or made a shortcut. Next letter is I. The connecting stroke of the K to I is slightly wide. This also has a dot or directly above the stem, what we call is diacritic. Next letter is R. The connecting stroke I to R is slightly wide. The letter R touches the lower line and what we call foot. The next is K. The connecting stroke of the letter R to K is slightly wide. This small letter K has a loop on the top and in the middle of the letter, and also has a hook on the ending of the writing stroke. Next letter is S. The letters S has a small loop on the top. The initial stroke of the letter S is start on the bottom line up to the top and down to the lower line to form a loop and curve to the letter, and also has a terminal stroke to this letter. B. Next letter is B. The initial stroke of B start on the top down to the lower line. The writing stroke is stop and jump over to create a loop on the lower line. Next letter is U. The connecting stroke of the letter B to U is slightly wide. This letter U has an arc or garland. Next letter is L. The connecting stroke from the U to L is slightly wide. This letter forms a straight line and has a small loop on the top and on the lower has a pen lip. Next letter is A. The connecting stroke of the L to A is a widely. This letter has a spur that this stroke start at the top right of the letter, and moves to the left, and also as a oval or circle inside the letter. The next letter is T. This letter T is the connecting stroke of the letter A to T is slightly wide. This letter T has a body. It has a upper, lower, and a middle part, and has a pen leaf over on the lower line. Next is letter A. The connecting stroke of the letter T to A is slightly wide. This letter has a small loop or circle inside the letter. And lastly is letter O. The connecting stroke of the letter A to O is slightly widely. This letter O has a small loop on the top on the right portion. After my examination of this handwriting by the name of Daniel Kirk S. Bulatao, I observed that this handwriting is written by the same person because of the initial stroke and the terminal stroke of the letters. you can easily identify by this. Thank you.